we're going to clean up this code here for flexbox, and we have some ideas. We're looking at some student projects. And so we're going to take out the UL. We're going to take out the UL right there, and then we'll take out the LI. I'll take out this LI. That's way easier to read, right? And then we'll go and we'll look at our main. Let's just review this code. So if at main we have a little bit of a reset at top. We don't need those anymore. And at main, we want the nav and section to be on top of each other. So display flex, flex direction column. And no wrap is the default, so we don't need that. Isn't it? Isn't no wrap the default? No wrap. It's the default, so we don't need that. See, default, no wrap. And line items center. So if these are in a column, justify content will arrange things along the column, and align items will do left to right. So I'm just going to do align items on those left to right, flex start. So that way everything starts on the left. And for justify content, we want to start at the top. So we'll do flex start also. And then margin 10 pixels, that's fine. So we're done with UL and LI. And we have the anchor, text decoration none, and padding 5 pixels, 10 pixels, and border around it, and border radius, and display inline block. Maybe don't need that. And background color. And hover. And then the nav, let's bring that up a level. Since it goes main, and then the nav holds the anchor. So the width is 95 VW. We're going to take that off. And the border of the nav, I guess we can leave that on for a minute, but display flex, and that means it's going to be in a row. And so these will be in a column, and this will be in a row, so those will be left and right. But if those are anchor tags, they're already inline elements. Correct? So I don't think we need to make them a row. So maybe just take that out. And just have a border around the nav to kind of see what the nav's doing. And then the anchor, text decoration, none. All that anchor stuff and the hover. And then the section, we have a width. We'll take that out. We have a border and we have padding on the section. And so I like the idea that Anne had of width of each of those. So nav, we could make a width of 25%. And section, we can make a width of 75%. And we have box sizing border box on nav and section. So as we add a width to it, right, it'll be 25%, but the border pushes everything in because padding and border, when you have box sizing border box, push things in. So the nav and then also the section, padding and border, push everything in. So that should work. So let's see what that is, and that's going to be under 600 pixels. All right, so we need those anchors to not be in line but to be vertical, right? To be horizontal. We need those guys to be horizontal right here. So that's under 600. So this 600 shouldn't be kicking in yet. See you, Teresa. So how do we get these anchors to be horizontal? Shouldn't they already be horizontal? Anchors are inline elements. Why are those anchors not horizontal? Like if I just create a page.
Because the nav's within the main, and the flex direction is column.
Yeah, but that should only be for this nav and for the section, not for the children's children. I mean, we could take it off for a second. Main. Oh, there they are. They're horizontal. Like if we take this off.
Oh wait, no, that's affecting the width of the nav is what's doing that.
Yeah, so the width of the nav. So why is the width 25% and that's 75%? It should be side by no, because we want this on the top. This would be for the horizontal one. So we're going to take that off. And take that off. There we go. And let's put a border around main. So how do we get everything in there to take up the whole width of main? So we have both nav, and we'll do nav width 100%. And now if you look at that border, right, that's really thick. All right, that's taking up 100%. And we also have section width 100%. And so we could add 5 on that and we'd see it. See the blue in there? So now we could take those borders off. And the anchor tags, padding border, so maybe add a little margin. Margin top, 5 pixels. And it's inline element. So it doesn't like that. Display inline block. Display block. Oh. It's display block or it's like that. We could add to main padding. Main's got some margin, brings it in from the page. We could add some padding. How do we get those anchor tags centered? Nav to center that content. Do it that way. Because it's just inline text. So a little bit of a reset, and then main. Main is a display flex, and main's holding nav and section, and it's making them in a column. So here's the nav, here's the section in a column, and justify content flex start, so it puts everything at the top, and align items flex start puts everything in the center. So nav is in the center and section's in the center. But I don't know if we need those. Justify content flex start, no change. Might as well take them out. Padding top, 10 pixels. Adds that little 10 pixels up at the top there. Border, 5 pixels all black. Margin, 10 pixels. Brings it in off the page a little. We could bring that down to 1 pixel maybe. Or nothing. Because HTML body there we go. And then we have the nav, which is width 100%, take up all that width, and text align center. And then we have the anchor tags, text decoration none, padding, border radius, background color, and then on hover change. And then the section width is 100% and padding is 10 pixels. So that's much cleaner and readable, right? Doesn't that make sense? It's understandable, and we got that look. And so now when we want to switch this and we want to bring it in over larger than 600 and we want that menu on the left, let's copy all this code, or we'll do this, split vertically. Bring that here, get rid of that, bring this over here so we kind of see a little bit of that structure. And now what do we need to change to get, instead of on top, we want that menu on the side. So main, we already have display flex, but now we could do flex direction row. And that's going to make the nav and the section left to right, right? And we want nav width 25%. And we want section width 25%. And I think I commented that out. Woo! What else do we need to overwrite? So nav and section. Oh, this needs to be width 75%. And then the nav needs to have things go vertical. So if we want things to go vertical, right now the anchors are just inline block, or just inline elements. So if we want things to go vertical, display flex direction column. Let's just see what that looks like. And so we might set a width on those anchors. And how did you do this? You did a width on your anchor? Is that right? You had a width on your anchor tags, I think. To have them all be the same width. Like here, ours are different. We've got 5 of them. So we might set each of them to be anchor tag width 19 VW. Maybe they need to be display inline block for them to be. Otherwise, they just take up as little space as possible. Now they're each the right width. So we could come down to 15 VW. But now they don't fit all their words. But they're all the same size. Locations threw us off there. We could change locations to eat. But now the nav, flex direction column, so that's flex direction column. When we get over 600, we go main flex direction row. Like, did that throw off this? That's weird. Display inline block threw that off on the anchor. So even though we said these are column, the anchor's overriding that. Display inline block. So we get out here, goes to the left, and we could just set on each of these at this point. What happens if we have no width there? What happens if we do anchor? Can't do the width. So interesting thing trying to solve and keep it simple. You did divs, right?
Yeah.
Block level elements, Steve. Anybody have any ideas they want to see on this, or we let it go as it is? 4 hours of class, you guys are like comatose. We'll let it go. Let me show you the last deal.